knocked out.
That was a surprise, man.
Yeah, he looked like he was doing all right, too. But everybody looks like they're doing all right until they get beat up by Fedor.
But Fedor seems to be relying lately on fucking one punch, like against Arlovsky. He seems to really be like waiting for that one punch instead of fucking tapping people.
Well, that's why he wins, because he's calm. He just waits. You know what I mean? When he's under pressure, when you're beating the shit out of him and you break his nose, his eyes are still open and he's waiting for that counterpunch. He doesn't.
Is he the best guy out there? You think? Is he?
I think mentally he's the best guy, but I don't think he's. You know what I mean?
Lesnar wouldn't take him.
Lesnar?
Brock. Yeah.
I don't. You know, I would love to say that dude's awesome, but I fucking hate that dude. I don't hate anybody, but the cock on his chest and the fucking weird gay haircut and shit, it freaks me out. So no. But maybe, you know, I don't think Fedor's as good as everyone thinks. You know, things have changed.
How about Silva, the Spider? You think Silva could take him, or he's just too big for Silva?
I think he's the best pound for pound fighter right now, for sure. Because he's the fastest. He's the best at everything. But he's the Fedor thing is, I don't get it, but it still keeps happening. But I mean, like you said, he hasn't been tested by the new best guy.
He's getting a little older though. I mean, but he's getting in Couture is like 45.
Yeah,
but he's
think
still
about
fucking amazing.
When Fedor was the best dude in Pride, and now all the other dudes that were in Pride, the Axe Murderer and all those dudes, they're not the best dudes in their weight class.
Right.
So, you know, and Strikeforce, fact is, Strikeforce aren't the best dudes. The best dudes are in the UFC.
Nick
Diaz is actually, after that last fight, I think he's the best fighter in the world, but I don't think he's the best pound for pound or whatever that is. I just think he's the best. To me, he is fighting. I've never seen anyone have more fun punching someone in the face and being punched in the face
Nick Diaz is
than
good,
anybody
man.
in the world. He's
What
the
weight class is he?
good, man.
Middleweight.
No.
Oh, he's
the champ.
You until you're
no,
just
welterweight.
annoyed.
Sorry.
And Couture did win over the weekend.
Yeah, he did.
Coleman.
He beat
Did he beat up Coleman?
Yes,
He beat
did.
Larry King. It's a fucking dust storm in the cage. Those guys are fucking riddled.
Larry King. Call that big
Mark Coleman's a tough dude, though, man.
They're all tough
He's
dudes,
old,
man.
though, but
They're all.
I
I'm
wouldn't
just
call him
talking
that.
shit.
It's fucking Mark Coleman.
He's a man's man. I loved it when he talked shit on Tito, because you hear Tito talking shit in the back of the cage.
No, I didn't hear it.
Coleman's getting the interview with Joe Rogan, and then Coleman turns away from the interview and says some shit like "fuck you" to the cage, and it's Tito. Tito was talking shit to him. And what kind of guy talks shit to the guy after he got beat up?
Right.
So he was like, "Fuck you, I'll fight you any day, you douchebag," and I thought it was awesome.
Tito's gonna fight again in the UFC.
Yeah, he's gonna get knocked out by Chuck again.
Are they fighting Chuck?
Yeah.
Liddell's coming back?
Did you didn't know that?
No.
The Ultimate Fighter is the two coaches are Tito and Chuck.
I did not know that.
Wow.
I don't watch The Ultimate Fighter.
Chucky's
to be totally
back.
honest with you.
I tell you,
I didn't know
it's Dana's game plan. Take Chuck, put him in Dancing with the Stars, get all the homos. No pun. I mean, I'm trying to be friendly. You know, suck a dick. It's cool.
Yeah.
Bring the people that watch gay television to the UFC, and then get
Build
more
his fucking
fans.
audience.
It was a plan. I say Dana and Chuck planned this out the whole time.
You think Liddell can still fight?
Can Chuck Liddell still fight?
He had Tito's number,
on that
man.
level?
Fuck yeah. His brain needs to rest.
Did Kimbo Slice win that thing?
But no, but Kimbo's fucking, he should fucking kill Herschel Walker. That'd be awesome. Just fucking put that dude in a coma and end it. Sorry. He's a good guy. He's a great guy.
But Tito has never been able to beat Liddell, man. Liddell really had his numbers. So, but Chuck's close to 45, isn't he? He was 43. He's in his mid-40s.
Yeah.
He's been getting knocked out the last
and he enjoys the life.
That's what I'm saying. What is he doing?
Knocked out bad.
Tito has no hands. Tito's hands are terrible. I kept hearing about how good his hands are in his last fight, because now he has Freddie Roach, the boxer guy that makes everybody's hands great. His hands looked fucking terrible in his last fight.
When was the last time he fought?
Who was it against? He lost and complained about his eye socket and all that shit after the fight. He just went on a tear after he lost about my eye, my back, my fucking ribs, my brain. I was like, oh my God, just leave. You lost. Leave.
This is Tito.
Tito.
Oh, he fought back in the UFC again?
Yeah.
Yeah, he fought, okay.
Who was it?
The guy that loses too, but they love him so much. He's always, I think Dana White loves him, because he thinks that he put UFC on the map.
Forrest?
Forrest.
Yeah,
Forrest.
that's what it was.
Tito fought Forrest?
Again.
I've been out of this fucking
Twice.
game.
Yeah.
No,
he
recently,
lost. He lost.
Yep.
He turned to nothing in the third round. He had nothing for him.
We had Forrest in here.
How's he?
Have you had him on the show?
He's great, but I met him 2 weeks later. No memory immediately.
Really?
No memory. Not that he wasn't rude. He had no memory of meeting me.
He's got one ball.
You fucking mediocre.
He's got one ball?
I don't remember you.
How did he lose his ball? How did he lose his ball? He talked about it. It got ripped off. And what
I don't remember.
Ripped off?
I'm still stung by Patrice's comment.
He got some kind of a hernia, didn't he? And then
Lifted
it, like,
or something?
rotted or something.
And then his ball rotted. He had to have it taken out.
It rotted.
I don't know.
Like
Maybe
the blood
someone
got
got
off to it and it just rotted or
Does he
something.
have
Kids? He doesn't have kids, does he?
I don't know.
Who do you have on your show? Like, who do you interview usually? Like, what's your thing?
Anybody. Same as what you guys do, except not as high a level because nobody fucking gives a shit.
Well, he's out there in L.A. just hiding.
But I do get to, like, get people tattooed. I get tattoos, and I can punch people in the face and poke them with stuff.
Was that your show that Pink punched you in the face? That was your show?
Yeah.
Did she hit hard?
Yeah, she went light the first time. She was drinking. That's the other thing. She got wasted. She stayed the whole show. So by the end of the show, she was knee deep in a couple of bottles of red wine, and she had her top off, and she was like, "I'm gonna fucking punch you in the face again." I was like, "Go for it!" While I was on the microphone saying, "Yeah, you know, tomorrow we'll be back with fucking boom," and punch me again. She was getting all amped on it.
Did it hurt?
No, I don't get hurt. I'm like,
That's good.
Really tough.
You take a good punch.
Yeah, I don't do drugs anymore, so when you punch me, if you punch me hard, my brain gets tingly, and it's like a free rush, and my wife doesn't get mad at me, but I'm doing drugs. You know what I mean?
Are you into bondage and stuff like that? I'm surprised you don't go to, like, dungeons.
I would love to fucking stab somebody, but I'm not, my wife's not into it.
You being tied up.
Yeah, fuck yeah, tie me up, Jimmy.
If you're into being hurt or something, I'm saying a lot of
Choke
chicks.
me, motherfucker.
Nah, I wouldn't want to do it.
I'm hard right now. No, I would be into that, but I never got around to it.
Remember the guy we had on our show that liked getting kicked in the fucking balls?
Ball kicking.
I don't like that.
Dude, we saw this guy take some shots.
I saw the video. I know the one you're talking about. Was it when girls came from running out of another room into the room where he was?
Yeah, it was the real deal. And he
running.
The harder, the better for this guy. He was so fucking into it. It was one of the most disturbing things I've ever seen on our show that I just couldn't handle or wrap myself around.
Yeah, I'm not into penis
sick.
punishment.
Do you know some of these guys like Eric Bana or some of the Australian?
I've been living here for almost 20 years. I'm over here, man. I wanted to be an American when I was like 14. I wanted to be a pro skateboarder, and skateboarding sucks in Australia. So then that, and then this.
So you know Tony Hawk and these guys?
I swing off his balls into this studio. That's how I got here.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, if it wasn't for the Birdman, you wouldn't know me.
How old is he, 50?
Well, that's kind of fucked up. You looking to fucking go right now?
What,
I just said I swing off his balls, and you're calling him 50? He's 40.
Oh, okay.
41.
10 years less than fucking
10 years?
You were a little off.
I feel like when he's 50, it's over.
It seems like I've heard
It
that
seems like
fucker's
he's been
name
around forever.
He has. That's because he was like 14 when he turned pro.
How about the Hawaiian kid that went to jail?
Christian Hasoi.
I fucking saw some of
What's that
too.
about?
He did a bunch of crystal meth and
He was supposed to be great, better than Tony.
Yeah, he was never. He was a lot of other people's favorite skateboarder because he had a better style. He was like a cool guy. Tony Hawk was a nerdy guy. Tony Hawk was a competition guy. No one could ever beat Tony Hawk in competition. Ever. It's never been done. Now it is because he's older, but in Tony Hawk's heyday, when I came to America, I was training, I was taking people out, getting better. I was like top 5 in the world. I was like, you guys are all fucked. I'm gonna eat all of you alive. And then I saw Tony in a contest, saw him do a ride in front of me, against me, and I was like, oh, well, fucking, you know what I mean?
Five's not bad.
Five's pretty good.
Five's not bad.
That was the end of it. I was like, I now know that I will never be the #1 dude in skateboarding.
What did he do that was so impressive?
Yeah. He never fell. He never, in a contest, because to be consistent every now and then, yeah, okay, but never, ever did he ever fall, and if anything ever got bad in the air, he had this thing where he could squat. If you don't skate, if you sit in a bowl, like curl up in a bowl standing on your skateboard, because if you're in the air and you're coming back in, and your wheels are going to clip the coping on the way back in, the edge of the ramp, there's nothing you can do about that. But you can curl up into a bowl and land in a bowl and then come back down the ramp. He could actually, his ass could hit the ground and then he'd stand back up. See, if I do a 10-foot air and I'm going to lock up and I curl into a bowl and then stay into a bowl down the ramp, my legs will snap.
This is scientific shit about, like if I saw all what he said, all I'd be doing is watching going, look at this asshole falling. That's it.
But it's what you do. You know what I mean? Whatever you do, you learn more about it. Like, you know comedians that suck. I just think they're all hilarious. I don't know.
Who is the best right now?
The best dude right now would probably be, who would it be? I would say the best dude right now would probably be Pierre-Luc or, Bucky Lasek. I mean, there's a couple of dudes now. It's not, that was the other thing. Tony Hawk was the best dude. It wasn't Christian Osoy had the best style. Every now and then they would give Christian the contest, even though we all knew Tony Hawk had won. They gave it to Christian because he had a better style and he had hair extensions and,
What about Jason Lee?
Jason Lee is